Well, happy Passover indeed. Jews all over the world are set to celebrate the holiday of Passover tonight at sundown. Joining us with more on the holiday is the CEO of the largest Jewish school in the Midwest, Rabbi Menachem Levine. Also with us, Executive Vice President of the New York Board of Rabbis, Rabbi Joe Potasnik. Great to see you, rabbis. Thank you so much for coming on today. Rabbi Menachem, if I could start with you here, tell me a little bit about the significance of the day and what Jewish folks will be celebrating tonight.
Hey, first of all, good morning. Thank you. So Passover this is the 3,334th Passover since the Exodus from Egypt. Jews around the world celebrated as families. Historically, until the temple's destruction, it was both communal and with families. It was celebrated at the temple and at homes. But today, the focus of the Seder is families get together, they educate their children, because without memory, there is no identity and there's no future. And the education really is twofold. Number one, it's a focus on physical freedom. The freedom is something that we don't take for granted. If we look at the world today, hundreds of millions of people are physically enslaved. And the Jewish people, through God's kindness, were freed from Egypt, went to the desert, and eventually to the Promised Land. And we recognize that for over 3,000 years at the night of the Seder with families. And the second thing is that, and that's symbolism of the matzah, which many people know matzah balls, that matzah really represents the idea of we control our fate. That greatness is whether you are willing to come out of your personal Egypt and to make the efforts to change the world around you. And matzah is something that's cooked quickly, baked quickly, as opposed to bread and leaven. And that's to symbolize that if we take the initiative, we do it now, we can change ourselves, we can change our issues, we can change the world around us.
Yeah, well, thank you for sharing that with us and summarizing it so nicely. I know there's so much history, of course, it's difficult to do so concisely, so thank you. Rabbi Joe, the fact that people are coming together for a Seder meal, and then also, of course, the symbolism behind the food that is shared. Tell us more about that, and also the fact that people from, families are coming together in one place. What does that mean to you?
Well, firstly, Evan, let me say, next time you need tickets for that Easter Mass in New York, you got to see the rabbi to get in.
No way. I love it.
We'll help you next time. Look, as Rabbi Menachem said, Passover is about really tasting history. It's when you taste the food, when you sit at the table, you try to, in a way, trade places. The famous movie, remember with Eddie Murphy, Trading Places. You become the other. You try to feel what it is to be in the shoes of the other. This year, looking at Ukraine, I just came back from the Polish-Ukrainian border. You see people whose families have been ripped apart, and yet as they come across the border to Poland, they're greeted by an extended family, and they're saying, this Passover, you're going to be with us. And you see people of different backgrounds and beliefs coming together and saying, we are many and we are one. Passover has that spirit. The song was, I got to be me. Passover says, I got to be we. So it is very heartening that people who have suffered so much are able to sit as one family.
Wow, I love it. Thanks for sharing that personal story there. Of course, so timely too with your travels overseas. And of course, now I got a rabbi on speed dial I can call up for my New York City needs. Thank you both, Rabbi Menachem, Rabbi Joe. Take care. Happy Passover to you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
That's a healthy one.
Yes.